Devil horn salute and good morning. Wisdom from the magic coin. I almost had a little road rage here. Some asshole in a white Dodge truck almost pulled out and hit us. Did not pay attention to where he was going. Had his head up his ass. It would have been a great road rage video. Either way, I got to throw some road rage on this motherfucker for a couple seconds. That was cool as fuck. So good morning. I'm going to tell you straight up this time. This might be a little challenging for saying. Here's a vapey. If you're some kind of sensitive snowball, get your feelings hurt kind of easy kind of person, you might want to turn this shit off today, because we're going to be talking about white people are no longer a problem, and Haitians eating my pet cats. That's pretty interesting. Seems to be the news topic of the week right now. Vapey. Let's take a little walk around Magic Coin. We've got 3 days of heat coming up. Got my machine going, but I got a feeling somebody's here. So, I don't know if anybody else has noticed, but white people are no longer a problem. Well, yeah, in the sun, I'm no longer a problem. Imagine that. Yeah, white Nazi Klan people are no longer the issue. We're no longer the problem for America. We've got a new problem. It's called immigrants. That's right. We got these people coming from overseas of a different skin color, eating our pets. Now, what might be normal in your country, immigrant, illegal alien types, that shit don't fly in this country. You live in America now. You need to go by our rules. You need to play by our rules, not your rules. You don't bring that shit here. You play by our rules. Somebody's in here today. The old magic coin. Had a feeling. God, that sun's bright. So yeah, you come to my country, you need to play by my fucking rules. I don't know. This immigration thing is nothing new. Now, I've been reading about the Vikings. Yeah, Vikings. You know, they used to have slaves, and what color were usually the slaves of Vikings? Kind of Caucasian colored, kind of like myself. Oh, imagine that. No such thing ever existed, I bet. It's funny, all these educated people that got, master's degrees or whatever the fuck they went to universities and are dumber than rocks. I actually have more intelligence than most of these dumbasses, and they're running our country or ruining our country. Yeah, lack of knowledge of history and shit. Here's one for you now. Let's talk about Haiti. Now, when Christopher Columbus came to this country, what color people did he bump into? Well, they were Native Americans. They were kind of brown color. And then what had happened is the Spaniards came, used up all the labor, so they needed more labor. Now, where was the labor coming from? An undeveloped continent called Africa. Now, most people want to claim Africa as their homeland and all that. Now, tell me something. How many African Americans can actually trace themselves back to a tribe in Africa? Yeah, no shit. Can you trace yourself back to a tribe? I'm having a hard enough time tracing myself to 1815. Okay. Now, I can't say that my Scot-Irish roots are true. I might have been a slave. I might have been a transplant from the continent. Oh, yeah, it's like people in Britain. Are you a true British citizen? Trace that shit back before the Romans showed up. Okay? So when the Romans came, they brought in slaves and they brought in transplants from the continent, along with the Vikings and the trade and that shit. A little cooler over here. So now Haiti. So after a while, the Native American population, thanks to the Spaniards and colonialization, they brought in colored people to farm, sugar plantations, rubber and all that other shit, coffee, and it became predominantly darker. At one point in time in Haiti's history, you're going to have to look this up on Wikipedia, that actually it used to be a pirate's paradise. But after the golden age of piracy, they drove out all the white people, killed a bunch of them, drove them all out, and became the independent dark state of Haiti. Look it up in Wikipedia, it's true. That's also the place with all the voodoo and hoodoo and shit. They eat cats and bats and shit and dogs. It doesn't faze them. Kind of like Chinese. There's plenty of videos. There's lots of videos of animal cruelty just coming out of China. You ever watched a cat being boiled alive? Oh, you go to Dead House. I can't watch that shit. They got people cooking cats, sawing puppies in half. Yeah, it's people don't look at pets the way we do. They look at it as a food source. So when you come to my country, don't eat my fucking cat, motherfucker. Yeah. So all of a sudden, White people ain't the problem anymore. I mean, what happened? This was just like over fucking night. Now, while we're on the subject of color, let's throw out some race cards. I got a full house here. I got the Royal Flush, dude. Yeah, right on. So, I'm asking around, you know, who you going to vote for and this and that. And what I'm hearing is this. We're going to vote for Camel Toe. Well, why are you going to vote for a Camel Toe? Because she's black? Say what? Because she's black. Not because she's the most qualified candidate to do the fucking job, because no, she's black and has a vagina. That don't sell the goods to me. We need strong leadership, not a skin color and not a vagina. I don't give a fuck about that shit. No, America, we need strong leadership. We shouldn't be, God, man, we're not even having qualified individuals doing jobs anymore, and this whole diversity thing's bullshit. And I think what a problem is, too, with a lot of people, vaping, is you're afraid to speak out now because you've been conditioned. Yeah, racist. That's racism. So bullshit. It's my opinion versus your opinion, and guess what? Your one-word shout-down don't mean shit to me, just like my opinion don't mean shit to you. Oh, no, the immigration thing's been going on forever. You know, the Apache Indian used to be a natural border guard that we had one time. We went in, we killed off the Apache Indian, put them on reservations, and it opened up the border. How about the great big Irish and Italian migrations to New York City, even after the World War? Our economy, by the way, 100 years ago was depressed, going into a Great Depression. Jobs were hard to find, pay wasn't good, and people like Clyde Barrow 100 years ago, starting out their life of crime before they got it big time in the 1930s, they had to resort to crime to live, just like today. We've got an influx of people with limited income, no way to get an income. There isn't that many goddamn jobs out there. Okay? So, I mean, what are you going to resort to? What are you going to resort to? Crime, theft, murder, whatever. And if you get hungry enough, you're going to start eating people's pets. Now, we're being conditioned for this homeless shit. We see it all the time. Now, are we going to get conditioned to where it's okay to eat the surplus pets because, hey, the kennels are full, the shelters are full? I rescue cats. I've got plenty of them in my house. I hope the Chinese restaurant down the street don't find out about it. And that's always been a standard joke, and that's just a joke. Get over it, lily pads. So now, are we being conditioned? So, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm not voting. If I vote, I've always voted for a loser. And I think you guys, we need a third choice. I'd vote for a third choice. Because honestly, I don't like the two choices. There's a weather vane there I've never noticed. Yeah, I never, I wish there was a third choice. Because I think they both suck. Trump's a lame duck and Camel Toe, oh, fuck me, God. Well, if Camel Toe's elected, guarantee me, we will be at war. Every country in the world is going to pounce on us. Trump can end that war in Ukraine overnight. He's friends with Vladimir. That shit, that could stop overnight. Those weapon shipments, all that bullshit, no. Zelensky, sit down, make some concessions, sign the deal. Camel Toe, no. You're gonna get drafted. Your sons and daughters are going to go to war. And by the way, there's a lot of females on these Navy ships. How are you going to feel about that when you get a letter, Mom, saying your daughter just got blown up by some Chinese missile in the South China Sea? It's a reality. It's a fucking reality. Oh, and another thing I've realized, too, about technology and submarines. Submarines have always needed batteries to operate. And I'm not 100% sure on a nuclear sub, but I think still you need some batteries. If not, they're still running diesel electrics. And anyway, batteries used to be lead batteries, but now everything's going to this lithium ion shit. Now, here's a prediction. Seawater and lithium ion do not mix, and it will combust immediately. Imagine a fire like that on the inside of a sub way, way down there in the deep. Yeah, and there's no way to put these fucking fires out. I don't know technology's got that far in the submarines, but I could see a tragedy like that in the near future. And electric cars, oh Jesus Christ. I don't understand the thoughts on that. Me, I want to stay green and drive gasoline, diesel shit, as long as available. I don't even drive anymore. So privatization of your health care. We've got candidates that are going to be elected on skin colors and vaginas and not qualifications. We've got immigrants eating our cats. I still cannot afford a brand new washer and dryer. I can't even afford to drive a car now. The $100 I spent there at the grocery store has been gone. I ate it all up a week ago and I'm hungry. Mel had to go apply for a new food stamp card. Coming here to the Magic Coin, some asshole in a white Ram truck wants to pull out and hit us, and I had to lose my mind on him. And I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning. How much fun. So I have to fight the pharmacy this week, the doctor, so I can get my medicine going. I'm loving this cat shit. My Facebook has got some of the coolest pictures of cats, and the machine gun is like, go ahead, alien, make my fucking day. So, yeah, that's cool. White people ain't the problem anymore. And I think anybody that's educated, that can see through this bullshit the media feeds us, it's being spoon-fed up our asses, and we buy it hook, line, and sinker. I think the average person who pays their taxes, do what's right, obey the laws, are not doing stupid shit. I think we can all see through the bullshit. And then when you got, I mean, seriously now, society, you got kids, you got little baby teenage kids on bicycles terrorizing neighborhoods, destroying property and terrorizing, actually committing assaults. You got little bitty baby boys with guns out there committing homicides. They should be tried as adults, and, you know, we ought to bring the death penalty back. It's, you know, I think, too, they're starting to hold parents accountable, and I think that's a good thing. If you can't raise your fucking kid right, then let the state raise it for you. And you ought to pay some fines for it. When we stopped hitting kids back in the 90s, look at the result. There's no accountability. There's no fear of God. Back in my day, there was accountability, and here's a problem. There's no nationalism anymore. I would finish with this. I would say I'm a nationalist. Well, yeah, I served my country. I believed in Old Glory over there, and what the founding fathers found. I don't believe in this woke bullshit, the diversity, and any of this. Give me back the old days. It seemed to work a lot better. No way in hell I'd enlist. There's no nationalism, no patriotism. Would you die for this bullshit today? It ain't worth fighting for, man. So if Camel Toe gets elected, if she does, there's red flag laws, and she don't like that red flag unless it's got a hammer and sickle on it. Damn commie bitch. They're all commies. I'm gonna fly me the Union Jack. Fuck you, Camel Toe. Give us back King George. That's right, we'll go back to old British law. Horn salute. I hope I didn't offend and hurt your feelings today, but it's just stark reality of the ugly fucking world we live in. And guess what? Sunday's the first day of fall. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe.